Hi, today I'm here to talk about the National Security and Homeland Security Presidential Directive 51, also known as NSPD 51. It was released immediately on May 9th, 2007 by Bush, and it revoked the Presidential Decision Directive 67 of October 21st, 1998, put in place by Bill Clinton. I am getting my information from the Federation of American Scientists. It's a 501(c) that was put in place in 1945 by scientists that were on the Manhattan Project to make sure that the world is more, quote, secure. Uh, all right, well, let's dive right in and give it a go. I've heard a lot of people making comments about this the last couple of years, and they're putting out a lot of information as to what this thing actually says and what it means. So I thought I'd give it a read because I got some crazy ideas from some people talking about it, and then the other side of the argument is that this doesn't exist. It's a conspiracy theory, but it's right here, and I will link it in the description for you. Uh, but the purpose is this directive establishes a comprehensive national policy on the continuity of federal government structures and operations and a single national continuity coordinator responsible for coordinating the developmental and implementation of federal continuity policies. All right. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a very dry read, but there's a whole bunch in here, and it. What I'm getting out of it is like, for example, Section 2, Part B, catastrophic emergency means any incident, regardless of location, that results in extraordinary levels of mass casualties, damage, or disruption severely affecting the U.S. population, infrastructure, environment, economy, or government functions, which could easily be disease. Uh, it also mentions the continuity of government, or COG, which means a coordinated effort within the federal government's executive branch to ensure the national essential functions continue to be performed during a catastrophic emergency. Remember, the executive branch is the president. The continuity of operations, or COOP, means an effort with individual executive departments and agencies to ensure that the primary mission essential functions continue to be performed during a wide range of emergencies, including localized acts of nature, disease, accidents, and technological or attack related emergencies. There's a whole bunch more of definitions of what's all in here to include the national essential functions, and that means a subset of government functions that are necessary to lead and sustain the nation during a catastrophic emergency, and that therefore must be supported through the COOP and COG capabilities. Um, it's really dry, but here's the big part that gets me. It's Section 6, and it says the president shall lead the activities of the federal government for ensuring constitutional government. In order to advise and assist the president in that function, the assistant to the president for Homeland Security and Counterterrorism is hereby designated as the National Continuity Coordinator. The National Continuity Coordinator, in coordination with an assistant to the president for national security affairs, without exercising directive authority, shall coordinate the development and implementation of continuity policy for executive departments and agencies. It goes on a little bit from there, but what I get from this is the president can essentially say he won't let go of power because there's an emergency going on that has to be taken care of, and relinquishing power and not running everything at once and coordinating everything properly would let everything fall apart. For example, well, actually, not even an example, just Clinton. Yeah, Clinton. I keep saying Clinton. Bush said it himself: "Stay the course, stay the course." And in theory, Trump could activate this and refuse to give up his authority. And I mean, I don't think he would. I don't think he will. It's not his kind of thing. Personally don't think so. But a lot of people are saying that he's going to refuse to do this. He's doing all this other stuff. Well, maybe we should have a look at the actual ways this stuff could happen and take this into account because it's actually constitutional. Um, Now, a lot of people seem to be saying that the president can dissolve the government and form a new constitutional government during this crisis. But from what I'm getting is it's already written in place how everything will work. because it actually goes into in the implementation actions. It actually has a list of all the different offices uh, and what they're supposed to be doing. Like the director of Office of Management and Budget shall, and then it goes into a whole bunch of stuff that they will be doing in this circumstance. Uh, I understand the idea behind something like this. If we're in the middle of a war or something, and it would be detrimental to stop what we're doing and have a new guy show up and change everything. But at the same time, that's absolutely terrifying that the president can do that. And again, it's a very dry read, but it sounds like the president doesn't have to do much besides say it. Because the Supreme Court can't even step in at that point, because the president is in control of the Supreme Court, and they must work with him to do what he wants to get done. Now, it is specified that one of these particular positions, I had it annotated somewhere, my mistake, actually has to put out a minimum set of rules of what it takes to get back to the government that was here before. But that minimum set of rules could be very complicated and could take a very long time. And I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. I definitely don't like the idea of it happening, because that would lead to chaos. But I don't know. Give it a think. Give it a listen. Respond back. Let me know what you think. And if you think I'm bringing up points that other people should pay attention to, go ahead and share this out. So it's not just CNN and Fox News telling you what's going on. It's someone who actually sat down and read this thing. And like I said, I'm going to link this right into the description so you can read it yourself. I strongly suggest you read it and don't take my word for it. Just like I say, don't take CNN or Fox News or MSNBC's word for it. Good luck.